hear reports that you have already agreed to fight Jerry Cooney outside of the tournament, that you might be making an announcement soon. Would you comment on that?
Well, let me say this, Larry. If I ever fought Jerry Cooney, contractually, my contract with HBO allows me to do so.
Right.
So if that came about, I will make an announcement soon.
Would you fight him outside?
Contractually, we always been allowed.
Right, but
don't act like I can't do it, Larry. I'm allowed to do it.
We need to call a truce. You don't hit my men, I won't hit your men. You don't hurt my brother, and I won't take your whole family. We work it out so you can get a piece of the action. Okay, chump? Champ. My word is bond.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Coverhead, and we are back. Yes, Thanksgiving night, perfect time for some boxing. You know, the tryptophan is kicked in for you guys. You guys just had, some of Grandpa's sweet potato pie, so now you can chill out and catch up on some boxing. You know, we got some updates, and yes, we are back. Terence Crawford is the subject at hand again tonight. Bud made like an appreciation post or a thankful post on his social media, and this is kind of a weight check also for Terence. You know, Terence is looking, he's looking pretty big right now. He probably hasn't, started dropping weight yet, but he looks good. You know, physique looks like he's ready to go to be in tip-top shape for December 10th. He did have a couple things to say on his social media too, so let's get into that. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be in the position that I'm in to help others. I'm grateful to have a solid team around me that's been here from day one. Even though it's a holiday, it's my responsibility to do what is necessary to make sure the work get done. In this sport, you have to have self-discipline to achieve bigger heights in the game. That's why I'm so dedicated to be the best. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thankful for all the supporters. Yeah, you're welcome, Bud. I'm definitely a supporter of Bud. This is definitely an uphill battle as far as trying to get, the casuals, to tune into this fight. Definitely know the hardcores are going to tune in, and I'm really thinking about doing a live broadcast that night. So if you guys don't order the fight, I'm definitely willing to hook you guys up. So let's get into it, though. David Avanesian is the opponent. Looks like he has a Russian background. I thought he was Armenian, actually, but they say he's from Russia. He has 2 losses. And going through his record, going to the spreadsheet, shout out to Blood Boxing or Retro Boxing and more. Let's go to the spreadsheet. Anyway, we broke down his schedule, and it looks like something that I didn't know, and I'll admit, I'll keep it 100. I did not know that he got knocked out by Egis Kavalauskas. Egis, the guy that Bud knocked out. And I caught some video on that, so let's get into that. Real tough fight from the opening bell. This was round 6. It looks like Egis was definitely, starting to get into a good rhythm, stand behind his jab. And what it looked like to me is that Avanesian got caught by a right hand behind the glove, and he stumbled him. And Egis just jumped right on him, and he never let up. Egis is a strong guy, and once you get a guy hurt and you see blood, you got to finish him. And he's just all over him, and that's looking like what's going on right now. Shout out to Tony Weeks. I think Tony Weeks is the last man on the planet with a flat top, by the way. But anyway, so we stopped him in the 6th round. And, so some people could say that this is Mean Machine's leftovers that Crawford is fighting. Crawford is fighting a guy that he knocked out. So that's why nobody is getting up for this fight. And I've been trying to do my best, you know, to try to, make it seem like it's going to be competitive. But Bud is an angry guy, you know. And I remember when Bud knocked out Mean Machine. So let's check that out.
Just landed. Round number 9.
Crawford took that last round off and
He's got a rhythm to him right now.
he's back.
Oh, a lunging left hand. That backs up Kaliaskis. Then an uppercut. An absolutely brilliant uppercut.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Remember, he is one of the best closers in the business. Let's watch how he does it here. One punch, that's it. Bud Crawford, title defense.
Yeah, let's make no mistake about it. You know, Bud is a killer. Bud is a stone cold killer. Bud typically downloads the first 2 rounds and he starts to get busy. You know, Bud is a very, very determined fighter. And, we could talk about all the business and all that we want, but Bud is definitely going to be, the hardest opponent of Errol Spence's career. So it's going to be interesting to break that down once it finally does happen. But for now, this is all we have. And David Ivanesian is fool. He's straight fool. Bud is going to destroy that guy. I don't see that fight going past 6 rounds. I will, possibly give a breakdown on, what David Ivanesian can do to try to make the fight more competitive. But, there's been some updates on the undercard. Try to help sell some tickets. So let's get into that. Typically, the guys on the left side of the screen, as you're seeing here, those are kind of like maybe the money guys or the house guys that are supposed to win. The only name that I do recognize on the undercard is Steven So-Called Nelson. If you guys remember him, he's affiliated with Bud's camp. When I did look up his box rec, though, it said that he hadn't fought since 2020. So his status was inactive, and I didn't know it had been that long. So this is definitely, I would say, a brush-up fight for him. They'll probably get, some guy with a bunch of losses in there, and just kind of get some rounds in. The second name on the undercard, and I want to be clear, I didn't know anything about these guys. Anybody saying that they knew these guys are lying. So the second guy is Babacar Sylla. He's a native of Senegal, but he's based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He's 12-0 with 7 knockouts. So that's all I really know about him. The next guy on the card, Idel Gomez. He's an up-and-coming fighter out of Nebraska, so he may have the potential to sell a little more tickets to help, with the gate. He's 6-0 and 1 draw with 6 knockouts. So he's probably a decent up-and-coming guy, that's got some hometown fans behind him. And last but not least, we have Chris Cyborg. She's making her boxing debut in the United States. Not her actual boxing debut. She did have a boxing fight in Brazil in September. So this is her U.S. debut. This definitely could help some tickets for sure. If I was Bud, I would be pretty appreciative of, her kind of jumping on the card. You can get MMA kind of, boxing background also involved. So anything to kind of help with the gate. The bout is at the Shy Health Center in Omaha, Nebraska. And the capacity is 17,560 seats. So that's kind of a lot. I don't really see Bud, selling out the house. I did see that the tickets began at $50, but, we'll see. If he can get a crowd of 8 to 10,000, I think that'd be a decent crowd for Bud, considering the caliber of opponent and the undercard. Again, it's promoted by BLK pay-per-view, and it's $40. And like I said, I'm thinking about doing a live broadcast that night. I don't mind giving you guys kind of the play-by-play on that night, but we'll kind of get into that as it gets closer to the fight. That was pretty much all I had though on this fight. I hope Buck can, make the best out of this fight, to try to draw more fans in. A lot of people are absolutely upset with Bud, and it's just not getting any better. And every time I see Bud, he's doing interviews with MMA channels, and he's kind of like contradicting himself almost every other day now, and it's just not looking good. Bud does not have a publicist, he's kind of on his own, and a lot of other boxing channels and boxing, pages, they've kind of echoed these same sentiments. I think Bud should just shut down the social media, lock in, get ready for the fight week media interviews, and just stick to that. Just recently he questioned Terence Crawford questioned Errol Spencer's resume. That was amazing. You have Lou DiBella coming out, saying that all these guys do is talk nowadays and they don't fight. And, Errol Spencer's resume is clearly better than Terence Crawford. It's not even close. I'm not for sure why he said that. But that was all I had, guys. Till next time, everybody have a good Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. Spend time with your family. Cobra Head out.
We need to call a truce. You don't hit my men, I won't hit your men. You don't hurt my brother, and I won't take your whole family. We work it out so you can get a piece of the action. Okay, chump? Champ. My word is bond.
As always, appreciate the like, subscribe, and share the videos. I would like to thank all my new subscribers. Stay tuned for all the latest news in boxing. Cobra Head out.